You think you know a family until you watch them gift wrap your replacement. The car key glinted in my brother's hand, a silver star in the living room's sickly light. The bound Alexis Hood ornament in the driveway was bigger than my last birthday cake. The applause was a physical thing, thick and congratulatory. Then my turn. A flat pharmacy bag passed over like a receipt. Inside, a single frayed necktie, the kind dragged from a clearance bin. I held it up. My mother's gaze was a flat, undisturbed lake. Practical gifts for practical people, she stated a life sentence. You get what you earn in this house. Accept it or the door's there. The furnace kicked on. My brother grinned. A lock clicked shut inside my chest. Good, I thought. Now I see the board. I had mastered the art of being furniture. Quiet, useful, invisible. Love here was a transaction, and I was forever short. I paid in overtime, in being the reliable son who handled the taxes, who drove her to chemo, who absorbed the silence. My brother traded in drama, in crises only her money could solve, in the perfect performance of need. That necktie, smelling of mothballs and dismissal, was the final receipt. I stayed, folding the cheap polyester on my lap, watching the family ecosystem function without me. The hushed calls, the legal papers that vanished, the way her will was a changing story where my chapter was being erased. I smiled. I said thank you. At 10:03 a.m., I went to the source. Her study, the filing cabinet that jammed unless you lifted as you pulled. I sought sanity, not vengeance. I found ledgers. A second mortgage on my apartment, co-signed with a forged signature. Investment accounts in my name, emptied, my brother's luxury condo down payment, smiling from the transaction history. They hadn't just loved him more. They'd cannibalized my future to fund his. The calm was glacial. I photographed every page. I traced the digital breadcrumbs, her midnight logins, his business expenses. I packed a single bag, closed documents, this new quiet certainty. At 4:17 a.m., I laid my house key on the granite. No note. Under the tree, beside the empty spot where the Lexus key had gleamed, I left a festive envelope. Inside, a thumb drive, meticulously labeled, evidence. Attached, a printed list of every relevant financial regulator, forensic accountant, and law firm specializing in fraud, each copy already mailed. Dawn brought the chill. Her call came first, voice splintering. How could you sabotage your family? His followed, a bluster collapsing into a wheeze. You'll ruin us. I listened to the void where my heart had been. You said we get what we earn, I finally replied. The silence on the line was the sound of a world rearranging. Power isn't a shout. It's a shift in atmosphere. Let them shiver. I lease a studio now with north-facing light. I bought a proper tie, cashmere. I sometimes think of that red bow, how we mistake presents for presents. I don't feel angry. I feel precise. They authored the rules of this cutthroat game. I simply became their best student. You get what you earn. I took my due and I walked.